Hello guys, so yeah, this is a very different setup and you must be wondering why am I doing this type of video, why am I on this type of setup, yada yada yada. So essentially with the way I've been doing YouTube videos where I've explained in the past that essentially since I'm at university, I'm trying to get videos done as much as possible and I'm going to schedule them for every Monday at 4 o'clock. And yeah, I've been doing that for quite a while since the summer holidays, and it's been going well so far. I've noticed up until now of me recording, you can tell in the corner right now, of me actually recording this video, it is in November. But at the minute of me recording, this video is up until December, and now I'm up until this video you're watching right now, about a week before Christmas, and yeah, I made sure to actually get a Christmas video done for you guys. So ignore that corner, and let's just pretend right now, well, you don't have to, but at least I'll pretend right now we're in Christmas. Because essentially I noticed with the way I was scheduling videos, essentially it didn't really work out because I didn't really pay attention to holidays in a way. I noticed on Halloween that I had a Miss Marvel video out, and I thought, yeah, that's really weird. So when I'm scheduling the videos, I'm always going to check, does this work? Does this work for like a theme? And I noticed with scheduling for next week's video, which I'm not going to say what it is yet, you'll have to find out on the social medias, which are on the screen right now. Yeah, you'll have to find out what that is. But I noticed that I was like, oh, I can't schedule this for this date because that's Christmas and I actually want to try and do a Christmas video. But anyways, you must be wondering, what is the Christmas video? You've probably got the idea from the thumbnail, the title, and now what's currently on the screen, but I'm going to say it anyway. I'm doing a Christmas movie tier list. We've got legendary, great, good, bad, horrible. Then we have trash and never watched. And essentially we have 61 movies on here, according to here, and why would I think they're going to lie, but yeah. Let's just read the description first. Try to find as many popular good and bad Christmas movies. Of course, there are some I miss, sorry. Enjoy using this to share with your friends, Michael. Create a Christmas movie 61 tier list, check out of it, okay. Well, cheers, Michael, for creating this tier list on Tier Maker. Pretty much everyone who's ever watched a YouTube video probably knows what Tier Maker is, so I'm not really going to shout anything about that. But yeah, if you want to do this yourself, I'll make sure to try and put a link in the description. But it's quite an easy one to find if you just search it up. But yeah, we might as well just get into it, and I might as well give my thoughts on 61 Christmas movies. So yeah, let's go. So first we have the CG Christmas Carol movie. Honestly, just straight off the bat, Christmas films aren't really things I tend to watch a lot anymore. I used to watch them a lot when I was a kid, but I do still watch a Christmas film, one or two every year. I try to, but they're mostly just like the big popular ones, which you'll end up knowing my thoughts on later on in this video. And yeah, I haven't watched the CG Christmas Carol in a good while. I think since I was in secondary school, like year 9 or something like that. I think I was like, a calculation 14, 15 then. But what I remember of it, there's people who hate on this film, but I still think it is pretty good for what it is for its time or when it released. Let me have a look. Am I going to call it great? Not really, but I'll say it's a good film. It's definitely a good film. Next we have A Christmas Story. That rings a few bells, but personally I have not watched. I also recognise the kid in the image. Might as well just have a gander to see if I do know what it is. Sorry if you're typing right now. Christmas Story, is that what it's called? Story. Oh, it's a film series, but we'll focus on the 1983 film. Okay. Yeah, I definitely recognise that kid. Well, he's older than me, but him in the film as a kid. I don't recognise any of these screenshots, really. They do it. That might be a fan project, or it's an HBO Max series. I think they might have done like a revisit in a series or something. That's cool. Just try to read the description here. Based on humorous writings of author Gene Shepherd, this beloved holiday movie follows the wintry exploits of younger Ralphie Parker, played by Peter Bilzany, So I definitely pronounced that wrong. He spends most of his time dodging a bully, played by Zach Ward, and dreaming of his ideal Christmas gift. Bloody hell, I blundered that. A Rider air rifle, frequently odds with his cranky dad, Darren, played by Darren McGanvey, but comforted by his... it just sounds like a typical, like, kid film, but that's what you really expect from Christmas films. This is the whole thing with why I don't really tend to watch Christmas films. I'll just put that in never watch at the minute, but the fact is with them is that you only watch them around Christmas, and people are going to be like, oh, duh, but my whole point with it is you can watch a Valentine's film any time of the year, you can watch a horror film any time of the year, because they're just, a Halloween one, because they tend to just literally be horror films or romances. Or with Christmas films, it's like, yeah, it's just literally just kids' films or a little bit of adult films with Christmas theming, but you always feel wrong for watching them when it's not December or, for some people, November. So yeah, it's very weird. It's very weird. That's why I don't tend to watch them, and obviously I tend to end up watching Valentine's films or Halloween films at any time of the year, because it doesn't really matter with them, because their genre can be watched anytime. A Charlie Brown Christmas, since I'm from the UK, Charlie Brown used to be a massive thing. I feel like it's the same in America, it declined popularity, but at least in America, even kids will probably know who Charlie Brown is, while here in the UK, if I went and asked, like, for example, my younger cousins, they probably wouldn't really know who Charlie Brown is. They'll probably know who Snoopy is, but not Charlie Brown. But I personally have watched them. Charlie Brown's classic. I wouldn't say I'm a major fan of them. I do have a Snoopy shirt in my wardrobe, but that's really it, really. But yeah, I remember the Halloween special. It's a classic. The Christmas one, I vaguely remember it being good, not as great as the other Charlie Brown specials. Sorry if you hear a bit of slamming in the background. I'm not using my typical mic. I'm admittedly just using my phone for this recording. But I don't know how much it picks up, so I apologise if there's any additional sounds. Next we have Arthur Christmas. I'm going to put this straight off in great. This is definitely the type of film that's very underrated. I remember this releasing and in cinemas, and it was a great film. I don't really know how to word it. It's just an underrated film. If any of you haven't checked it out, I'll just go through briefly what it is. Arthur Christmas. I might actually watch this in December before this video comes out. But yeah, stars James McAvoy. I keep blundering people's names for some reason in this video. Hugh Laurie from he's from something, Doctor thing. I can't remember it because I've never watched it. Yeah, Man from House. He's in it. And yeah, it's just a really good film. I'll try and get the description up because I don't want to get things wrong. It's basically when Santa's son Arthur, he essentially finds like a technical glitch with a little girl's Christmas gift that was misplaced, and his mission is to deliver it before it's too late, which is cool. I always kind of find it interesting when films kind of want to explore Santa's family, weirdly enough, with these. There'll be another few in here which explores like someone who works for Santa, who's close to Santa, or someone who's a part of Santa's family, which I tend to more like. And this is definitely very underrated. It's got very good animation for its time as well. It was 2011, yeah. Who's it by? What company did this? Sony. So yeah, Sony with another underrated good thing because of their bad things of overshadow it. But yeah, After Christmas, great film. Bad Santa. There's part of me that wants to put this in legendary, but it's a good film. But then at the same time, it's legendary for the like when this released back in the day. When was it? It was definitely when I was very young, like 6 or something. Yeah. Oh no, it was 2003 film, but it had a legend thing that must have went on to when I was at least younger, where it's like kids were like, I want to watch Bad Santa because that's the adult thing. It's themed around Christmas. So it's legendary for its status, but it's just a good film. But I'm going to put it in great for that, and it'll be bottom tier great just because of its legendary status of me when I was younger. Die Hard. Where's Gremlins? I'm going to put Gremlins up here along with Die Hard. Right, these two films here. Personally, I don't classify them as Christmas films. I know what people do because both of them are technically set at Christmas, but with me, myself, with a Christmas film is that it at least has to have values of Christmas around its main plot and story. And these two are great cracking films. They're going to be on Legendary no matter what because they're just classics from the 80s. But personally, they're going to be on this tier list because people do class them as Christmas films. I personally don't. So whatever is like high up next with them, or even above one of them, because Gremlins isn't exactly my favourite, but still is a great film. But yeah, whatever actual Christmas film is along with these two at the top, that'll probably be my favourite out of them. But definitely they're legendary. Like, come on, the brilliant films that everyone talks about, no matter what time of the year. That's also classified as well. You can watch them too any time of the year because it does really affect it. While with Bad Santa, for example, if you watch that in January... Oh, I won't go with January. In April, that just feels wrong. Next, Elf. This is personally my mother's favourite and my favourite as well growing up. I'll put it above Gremlins. It was my favourite Christmas film growing up. It might still be. I don't know which one it is yet. It's more determined on this tier list which one's my favourite. But yeah, Elf is a Will Ferrell classic. And I definitely have watched this one most, maybe along with Home Alone. And yeah, there's nothing new to really say. And was it Asda this year that did it? But I at least seen an Asda advert with Elf. But is it this year? Yeah, they did an advert this year with Asda for it. I'm not going to really play it because you can see I'm muted right now because it'll just blast into my microphone. But yeah, it's definitely it was a great advert. So yeah. Oh, what the hell? Eloise, never heard of that. I've recognised that poster for Christmases, but I probably never watched it. But I recognise the poster. Or that is just a typical romantic poster, but just set at Christmas. Oh, Frosty the Snowman. I'm gonna drag Rudolph. Oh, I think that might be classed as the same type. But Rudolph, where are you at? Oh, there's two different Rudolphs. I've only watched one, so I'll put that there. I don't know if that's a duplicate or not. I apologise if so. But Frosty the Snowman and the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, classic animation with Christmas. I'll put Frosty in. Great. Frosty is the better one. But yeah, put it above Santa. Rudolph, I'll put in good. Put that below Charlie Brown, yeah. But the reason why I wanted to group these ones together, and I think that is classified as well as one, but I've not watched personally. But at least with Frosty the Snowman and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, from me recalling recently, the producer of both them films recently passed away, so rest in peace to him. And yeah, really great classic animated films for Christmas. Oh, now we're into the Home Alone bit here. So I've got the first two, add the other ones on here, because I just want to classify stuff like this together. I'm not mistaken. Oh wait, I'll put a Christmas Carol live action on there. Is Christmas Carol live action on here? Yeah, yes it is. Personally, I prefer the live action Christmas carols. But I wouldn't say it's a classic story and it's made a lot of great parodies for Christmas. But I wouldn't really say it's as its original way. It's in the legendary for me, but it's definitely a great story, and I do much prefer the live action adaptations rather than the CG one. But if you want to check out the CG one, it's still great, and it's Jim Carrey as well. So yeah, definitely check it out if you haven't already. But yeah, back to Home Alone. I'll class them into the same bit. 3 should be on here. 3 is always still recognised in Christmas things. Is that 4? Yeah, it's 4. There's a fifth where it was like a hacker type thing with a brother and sister, but I don't see it on there now. If it is on later on, we'll just put it on. So, what's new to say about the Home Alone films? The first two are great films, everyone loves, and then the rest are bad. Like, whatever. Personally, though, I think the third Home Alone is kind of underrated. Not in the sense of it's a great film, but I still at the same time think it's not as bad as the other two. And I don't... Oh, yeah, there was the other one that came out with Disney. That is not on there. It's not on there, but I've not even watched that one. But yeah, definitely the two Home Alones are going to be in the... Like the first two, sorry, are going to be in Legendary. I'm just drugging them up. Ooh. Where are we going to put them? Put them above. Ooh, this sad one. You know, I'll just cause my memories of Elf. I'll put that there. And I don't even know where... I'll put that at the minute with Home Alone 1 2, because it's... At the same time, I don't know which is better out there, 1 or 2. But yeah. With number 3, where am I going to put this? First off, I'm just going to put number 4. Number 4's not complete trash. It was still watchable for me as a kid. But yeah, actually, I'll put Home Alone 3. Yeah, that is fair. That is fair. The hacker one would definitely be in trash. That was just horrible. It was like a TV thing as well. I don't think it actually even got like a DVD or like at least a... Did the other ones actually get theatrical release? Home Alone 3? Yeah, Scarlett Johansson was in that. That's weird. I always forget that until I see it. That doesn't mention anything, so... Was Home Alone 3 released theatrically? Probably spelled that wrong. It's the third film in the Home Alone franchise and the first not to feature actor Culkin, director Chris McCullum. Yeah. It is the final film that got theatrical release. Okay, so yeah, that one was a TV thing as well, but the hacker one was terrible, alright? Right, we've got the Grinch's ones together, that's very good. Grinch, great story, but again, I only think the live action one adapted it in a great way. It's definitely a legendary film. I'll put that below Gremlins. Again, another Jim Carrey performance. The animated one, though, was just simply good. That's it, really. I've only watched it a few times growing up, and yeah, it's a perfect place to put it. It's a Wonderful Life, classic film. If you have not watched it, I would highly recommend it. Fun fact as well, it inspired No Way Home. It's a wonderful... I mentioned this in my No Way Home video, but I'm going to extra prove it in this video. Life, Home... Oh, no. I'm getting mixed up with Home Alone now. Told you. Yeah, it's Spider No Way Home. It's a great classic film. I'd highly recommend it. I'm again going to give some information about like after Christmas because I don't want to get anything too wrong about it. Because again, I don't watch too many Christmas films, but I'll put it there. Sorry, a bit distracted there. It's a Wonderful Life. Yeah, it's a 40s film. 46. You can watch it on Prime if you're from the UK, so I definitely recommend it. It's about a frustrated businessman. He wants to end his life. It's the way I'm going to say it for YouTube. And an angel basically comes and it just shows what his life would be without his existence in a way. And it's just a really wonderful story. And again, I think that many things parody or trying to adapt to, but I think it is less recognised than people going, oh, that's a Christmas Carol special. With this, I think people don't really recognise, oh, it's a Wonderful Life thing. They just go, okay, it's this type of story. So yeah. And to follow it, a Jingle All the Way with Arnold. It's bad, but at the same time, funny. So we'll put it in good. We'll put it in below good. Love Actually. This is another one, but I can argue. I definitely think it is a Christmas film with its setting and its ending, with the whole sign thing that everything in the UK seems to want to parody every once in a while, every year. But really, this is definitely one you can watch any time of the year because it's just more of a romantic film as well. I'll put it in good. I wouldn't really say it's as great as what people make it out to be, but still a pretty good film. I'll put it here between Charlie Brown and Rudolph. Okay, a few here that I don't recognise. Don't recognise you. Don't recognise. I presume that's your sequel. A remake, actually, by the looks of it. Mixed Nuts. Ooh, I might know. I recognise the actor and the poster. Mixed Nuts. Oh, this is where I recognise it. I have not watched yet, but I'm planning to actually watch all of Adam Sandler's films relatively sometime. And this is where I recognise it. Okay, yeah, it's one of his early works, but no, I've not yet watched. Can't read what that says, but I don't recognise the poster either. Another one starring the actor. Which actor was that? Mixed Nuts. Is that another film starring him? But I still haven't watched it. Mixed Nuts. Oh, why did I remove the movie part? Steve Martin, great actor. Still haven't watched it though. It's also the guy from Home Alone as well. I think the Home Alone reference might have actually been a reference to this film. I don't know. Now we're on to a film I actually recognise. The Polar Express. I'm gonna put that in great because I know it was CG for its in its time, but still, the look of it, no matter what, I don't dig the look of it, but still, it's a great adaptation of the Polar Express. I'm struggling here. Put it there just because it's animation, but still a great Christmas film. Scrooged, I know what it is. It's a Bill Murray film that a lot of people seem to love as Bill Murray fans, but I've not watched. The Muppets Christmas Carol. Oh, do I put this above? Yeah, screw it. I'm going to put it in legendary. Great adaptation. Best adaptation of Christmas Carol. Let's go with it. Sorry again if there's some additional banging in the background. I don't know if it's picking up or not. I just apologise in advance. Where do I put this? I'll put it above Great Live Action Rangers as well. But yeah, I love the Muppets adaptation of things, and that's definitely one of my favourites. Nightmare Before Christmas, another legendary film. Where we're going to place this one. It's another one you can watch any time of the year because people argue is this a Halloween film, is this a Christmas film. I kind of count it as both. I'd say the most ideal way to watch it is probably 1st November in a way. Just because, again, no, people class Christmas as November. I kind of do, kind of don't, personally. But yeah, I definitely would say watch it around that time. But still, legendary film. And where am I going to put this? We'll put it there. The Santa Claus. That's actually getting a Disney Plus series this year, which might be released, might not be now. I have no clue. But yeah, I've also talked about this in my physical media thing that that I did. The sequels aren't on here. Okay. But yeah, I have a sweet spot for these films. Though. I would say Santa Claus itself was great, and then the rest of them were. Oh, wait, it is actually. They are on here. So they are. Oh yes, 2, 3. I'm gonna put the first one in great because I do think it's a great film, but the other two are just simply good. They're quite cheesy in a way, more cheesy than the first, but yeah, I prefer the third one over two because of Jack Frost simply. But yeah, I more watched the first one than the other two growing up. I'm gonna place these. 3 I'll put here. 2, yeah, just put them there above Jingle All the Way. Trading Places, I recognise that, but not watched. Call Me Claus with... I don't want to get the person's name wrong, because I know people get mad, but I know who she is. But I can't remember the name. A duplicate of the Charlie Brown's Christmas Cake. Don't recognise that one. Eight Crazy Nights, another Adam Sandler Christmas film that I've actually watched. Do I put it in bad or horrible? I remember it being bad. We'll put it in horrible just for people's sake. But we'll put it in high horrible. Because I've only watched it once, and I do admit it was quite bad, but yeah, I don't really remember much, but I know it's notorious for being a bad animated film, as well, with some bad jokes. So it's probably the worst out of his classic era, to be honest. Don't recognise that. Fred Claus, oh my god, what a blast from the past. I'm going to put that in legendary, because why not? We'll put it there, that's fine to be there. I don't think many people will watch this, but this is the one that my mum and dad love, and I've watched with them a few times growing up. Fred Claus. I definitely know more about this one, but again, I just don't want to get things wrong. It's basically about his Santa's older brother. He's been in jail for stealing, and he gets bailed out by his younger brother. And yeah, he comes back to the North Pole and helps him out, and things go wrong and then things go good. But I'll definitely recommend watching it if you haven't. It's got a great set of cast and everything as well. Some classic 2000s actors. We're going to ignore that man there. But we got Rachel Weisz, we got Paul. I'm not going to attempt to say his last name, but I love Paul. We've got Elizabeth Banks, we've got John Michael Higgins. Yeah, man. It's also on Now TV if you're in the UK, so definitely check it out. And of course, we've got Vince Vaughn as Fred himself. Check it out, man. I'll probably be checking it out before this video releases. I forgot about this Grinch, because personally I have bad memories of it. I'm not going to go into why, because it's more of a personal thing, more than what the film is itself. But still, it's an Illumination Christmas film. I'd say it's the worst from Illumination, but I'll put it in bad. I'll put it below Home Alone 3. But yeah, that's what I forget about, because I have some bad memories with it. Moving on though, sorry, I just keep trying to check if it's actually recording the audio. It is, don't worry. Jack Frost, the classic. I'll put that in great. I won't call it legendary because I've watched it that many times, but it'll be quite high up in there. We'll put it there, right above Frosty. That's quite thin. Just Friends. Actually, now I think of it, it is a Christmas film because of one scene in it. But I did watch this sometime this year, around the summer holidays, I think, and yeah, I'm going to put this one in trash. I don't care what people say. Ella Ryan Reynolds, I'm sorry, but none of the characters were redeeming whatsoever, even with the story it has. You could share that one clip around TikTok all you want, but it is a trash film. I don't recognise this, I don't recognise that. Oh, that's the Olsen twins. Fair enough. I've not watched that, but I did not know they did a Christmas special with that character. Again, sorry if you got additional noise. I just heard some there. Unaccompanied Minors. It sounds like a bad title, but Blast from the Past, I'll put it in great just for the sake of it. I'll put it there above Bad Santa. But I watched this a few times growing up, because when I was in year 6, you know, like when you're in primary school, you'd have that last day before the Christmas holidays where you'd go to the church, your local church, this, that, and you just go back for like the last few hours of school, and you just do whatever. You'd watch movies, you would play with toys that you'd bring in, this, that, and the other. And this is one of the movies that someone bought in. Oh, it's on Prime Video, that's good. I forget what it's actually about, but I remember it being so good when I was younger. A group of miners found themselves stranded at the airport that decided to make most out. Yeah, it was like a thing about like a load of kids who will be abandoned at the airport because of like accidents with weather, this, that, and the other, and they're trying to get back home or they're trying to visit someone. And yeah, it was a great film. It's also got the guy from Running Heads Chris. I'm definitely going to try and make sure I watch this before Christmas. Oh, what a throwback. What a throwback. Is it Christmas Chronicles? Yeah. a lot of people think this is a good modern one for Christmas, and I've watched once and I just didn't dig it. I put it in bad, but yeah, I just didn't dig with it really. I put it high up though because a lot of people seem to love it. Noel, that's quite recent from Disney Plus, yeah, but I've not watched. Office Christmas Party. Ooh, I've watched this once when it first came out in cinemas, and let's just say it was pretty much of my eight crazy nights. It just had really bad jokes and everything. Even when I was younger, with that one time, I just didn't dig the movie whatsoever. Patricia's Wife, not watched. Santa Buddies. We all know my weird Air Buddies addiction when I was younger from the physical release as well. I'll put it in good. I'll put it with Jingle All the Way. I can't remember much from it, but I seem to enjoy it a lot as a child. Right, I'm going to put that in never watched, but that is something I'm... Santa with Muscles? What the hell? Again, if you want to watch it, it's on Prime Video. It's Christmas time and an evil multi-millionaire actually hits his head, only to be convinced by a friendly elf that he is Santa Claus. And Hulk Hogan stars in it. What a weird plot. Yeah, what a weird plot, man. I've never heard of that. Well, that's interesting. That's all I'm going to say. SpongeBob Christmas Special. Remember this a lot as a child. Just simply going to put this in great, and it's kind of the era where it was... I'd say it was kind of the era where it was like, it's not classic SpongeBob anymore, but it was still decent for its time. Around like season 4 or 5 here, I'm pretty sure it was in. We'll put it here. We'll put it there. The Night Before. Ooh, I forget about this film. Seth Rogen one, where it's not just about Christmas, it's about Hanukkah and stuff like that as well. I'll put it in good. I remember it being a pretty good film, but I haven't really watched much. We'll put it... hard one, we'll put it here. 'Twas the Night, I've never watched. Can't read that, never watched that. And the last song, because these ones were duplicates. Why Him? Oh yeah, that is a Christmas film. Why Him was an alright film, to be honest, another good one. We'll put that just before The Night Before. I always forget about that, but I just find that weird that James Franco did a film with Bryan Cranston of all people, and it was such a cheesy plot as well for Bryan Cranston, but I think people tend to forget that Bryan Cranston has acted in comedies as well as stuff like Breaking Bad, like a big example, Malcolm Middle, as well. That was a great show where he got to do a comedic performance, and according to Bryan himself as well, that's getting a revival, so I cannot wait. But yeah, let's just have a bit of a gander of the final list, and we'll get into the outro so you can enjoy other lovely YouTube videos or go and watch one of these wonderful Christmas ones. So yeah, that's the list overall. So Legendary, I'm definitely going to recommend all these, and I'm going to recommend the great films as well. So I definitely recommend this year to watch Die Hard, if you class that as a Christmas film, along with Gremlins, if you class that as a Christmas film. But actual Christmas films I'll recommend is Elf, Home Alone 2, It's a Wonderful Life, Nightmare Before Christmas, The Muppets Christmas Carol, The Grinch live action, Fred Claus, Arthur Christmas, A Christmas Carol, the live action adaptations, the Polar Express movie, Santa Claus, Jack Frost, the SpongeBob Christmas special, Frosty the Snowman, Uncompromised Miners, and Bad Santa. So yeah, that's what I recommend this year. And now we know Elf is still my favourite Christmas film. So yeah, that's all I have to really say really. If you liked the video, please make sure to like. If you want to comment down below any opinions on these films, please comment them down below. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, which I'll get up right now, even though you know what it is because you're literally watching on it right now. But yeah, if you want to subscribe to the channel, make sure you do. And yeah, that's all I really have to say really. Hope you have a great Christmas at the end of this week. And I'll see you next week for what I'll cover. Again, make sure to check out the socials. Being a bit of a sellout, but anyways, peace.